because standing up for your country can get you killed. And what can you say about our children who are forced to sell their bodies for food or sanitary pads? And then you have a president who pardons pedophiles. Our country is no longer safe. A few months ago, I was stripped naked, shamed, and humiliated because my government conspired with the Tanzanians. But I survived because of your love and your courage, and that's why I'm here. Thank you. As a country, we are broke, we are hungry, and insecure. Despite the so many called police reforms, the police has never been of service. The rule of law is broken. Justice has a price that only the rich can afford. The fact is, in Kenya, you're guilty until proven rich. Poor people are always guilty. Young people cannot work in their communities if they have nothing in their pocket. And if they have something in their pocket, they must have an ID. The police have turned Kenyans into their cash cows and ATMs. A cop will tell you, we are poorly paid and they can't own cows. So our Kenyan ndio ngombe zetu, tunawakamua. So every time a cop sees you, they milk you. And in this country, you can be killed for refusing to pay a bribe. All the rights that was granted by us by the new constitution, which is still a young baby, still a toddler, 15 is young, still a teenager, have been trashed by this regime, as if they were mere suggestions. Our president treats the constitution like tissue paper. He flouts the law, disobeys court orders, and undermines the very constitution that is sought to protect. You have a president who is a lawbreaker. He thinks this country belongs to his mother. It doesn't belong to his mother. This country belongs to all of us. And you cannot personalize a state at your own identity. The thing that defines our nation is that constitution and our national anthem. Plenty be found in our borders, not plenty be found in the president's pocket. You cannot be talking about building churches in public property worth billions of shillings while Kenyans go to bed hungry. You cannot talk about building a church while most kids in this country go to makeshift classrooms. You know, one of the people in government said that he has expensive taste. And you ask yourself, you grew up in Marakwet, Elgeyo Marakwet, you went to school barefoot. Where did you develop this expensive taste? It is true. Yeah, someone is walking around in a $10,000 Italian suit, and you know how much you earn. The people that are in power are robbing us, and we know it, and they have the audacity to say, mtu apigwe risasi. Now, we must take back our power. And last year we did that, actually, people. We went to the streets, and we took back our power. But I've witnessed the brutal and deeply repression of Kenyans by this regime for simply exercising our right to protest. And instead of the violators of our rights facing justice, the victims are branded as treasonous criminals. Who is a criminal? Yeah. But now, you know who is a criminal, you know. You know who the criminal is. The true criminals are protected, while our youth are brutalized for carrying placards, flags, and water. There's no denying that our government has failed us. It is allergic to being held accountable and often responds by abducting, torturing, and murdering patriotic citizens. Our leadership has failed us in numerous ways. We pay taxes expecting service, but we are forced to pay bribes to get that same service. Our leadership has auctioned us to the highest, and I dare say even the lowest bidder. Our children have been shipped like slaves to do manual jobs abroad. And sometimes they come back broken or in body bags. Instead of tapping to their potential within our borders, we are condemning them into pits of depression, alcoholism abroad. Where is the value for our people? Where is the value for human life